Welcome everyone, this is Tony, the Geeky Agent, and I'm hoping against hope that we're actually live right now because technology is awesome when it works. So we're just going to be chatting today with my new friend, Raeanne, from the managing broker at one of the Century 21 brokerages in London, Ontario. Raeanne is going to be moderating the Young Professionals Power Panel, the YPN Power Panel at OREA REALiTY 2020, which happens from February 25th to 27th. So just a short little time away, being on the 17th, being Family Day. So we're pretty close to the event next week, from Tuesday until Thursday. Tuesday is the mostly general meetings, OREA type business, Ontario Real Estate Association business, elections, etc. Wednesday is the keynote speakers of the larger, the more popular people like Molly Bloom and Seth Godin, Rob Hahn, and all those kind of people. And then Wednesday, Raeanne and a bunch of other people will be doing a bunch of breakout sessions all day long. And Raeanne, again, as I mentioned, is the YPN Young Professionals Network Power Panel featuring James Malonis, Charlene De Silva, and Lisa Patel. So without further ado, I'm going to try and bring her in here. And let's see if we can talk to Raeanne. There she is, and we'll unmute her so we can actually hear her. Hey, Raeanne, how are you?
Hi, I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for joining us. I know it's Family Day. Everybody around here has the day off, but here we are chatting about real estate and stuff. So that's cool. How's everything in London today? Are you guys like snowed in?
We are not snowed in. No, it's not
Good.
too bad. It's a lovely, actually, it's really nice out. We're all going to be out this afternoon doing a lot of stuff outside. It's beautiful.
Yeah, same here, but I think everybody north of Toronto's got like 5 million feet of snow. So, oh well. Well, I do thank you for joining us here. We just wanted to get sort of a quick chat just to get everybody an idea of what's happening at REALiTY ahead of time so they know what to expect when they get there. And maybe for people who haven't purchased tickets yet, maybe give them some motivation to pick up at least a single day ticket, if not a 3-day event ticket for there. So you are hosting the YPN Power Panel. So you've been on the YPN committee at OREA for some time, I think, right?
That's right. So this is my second year sitting on the OREA YPN committee.
Okay. So what is, for people who don't know, we usually refer to it as a Young Professionals Network. And I know for a while we were kind of batting around ideas of changing the name maybe or something like that. But for people who aren't really familiar with YPN within OREA, what sort of things do you do on the committee? What sort of things are you guys responsible for? Events that you guys arrange and all that sort of stuff?
That's a great question. So the YPN committee, it consists of, I would say, forward-thinking realtors that want to strengthen the organized real estate profession. We promote value to realtors and to the public. By joining the committee, though, and becoming involved with OREA and any of the committees, it's really about networking, learning about the different issues that are happening within the province, making a change. It's a chance to grow as a person, learn new skills, and like I said, network, get your name out, build that that realtor base that can help catapult you in your business and within the industry, and to really learn about different ways of doing things and how to evolve as a real estate community together.
Right. Which is pretty important, I would imagine. I know for myself, I've built, I think, a large portion of my business based on referrals, mainly realtor referrals. And it's mainly from volunteering at my local association and then going to events like REALiTY Conference and a bunch of other ones. And making the effort to get out there and actually meet other realtors from across the province who may or may not have clients coming to my area, your area, and just building that relationship so you can sort of feel fairly comfortable that you can refer a client to them and they're going to be well taken care of, right?
Absolutely. And there's constant movement within our country and around the world too, right? So having those meaningful connections and being able to provide a service to international and national people too is really important. So this is a platform that allows that. We're lucky that we're able to get together like this and provide this. And the YPN, as you said, is for the Young Professional Network. And with that, we kind of stick to the under 40 age range, but not necessarily. We don't cap it at 40 years old or anything like that. It's really for new agents that are just looking, for some mentorship, like I said, to broaden their skills, to gain new skills and that kind of stuff, and to keep in touch too.
Right. So like young in like real estate terms, not necessarily young in like, 22.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Although we welcome them too, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you're going to be the moderator on the panel. So you've got James Lewis on the panel,
I do.
Charlene De Silva, both of whom I know fairly well. Lisa Patel, I don't know, but I'm looking forward to meeting her there. So you've got three young professionals in the industry, all sort of attacking the business in different ways, through social media, through video, through other more traditional means and stuff like that. What kind of discussions are you hoping to have once you get all three of them there at OREA on the Thursday?
Yeah, so we have some really good topics that we're hoping can help out, other agents as well, other realtors. So we're looking at marketing, what works best, kind of what budget people, James, Charlene, and Lisa have found that works best for them, where to put that money as well so that it's best used. We're going to be talking about how to stand out within the crowd of agents. Ontario has a lot of licensed realtors, and standing out amongst the crowd is really important to drive your business forward. So we're going to be kind of delving into that a little bit. We're also going to be talking about the different mistakes that they've made, things that they wouldn't do again, possibly, things that they have learned from and grown through. We're also looking at different trends to avoid, things that we think are going to be kind of fly-by-night nature, the different tech that we find important, useful, even things as to how to spend your downtime effectively, right? This is a really fast-paced, go career, and having, the importance of downtime and how to use that, and just quite frankly, not being afraid to take it and to utilize it, right?
Yeah,
so being able to just put a message out saying, you know what, I'm gone for the night or whatnot, and feeling good about doing that so that you can be the best you, because that's what it's all about, right? Just being you, being authentic, bringing the best you that you can to provide the best service for your clients.
Yeah. And a lot of that has to do, like you said originally, like building those relationships and networks, even within your own brokerage locally and stuff like that. So you have like I know when I first started, we didn't really formalize it as much. We probably should have. That's one of the mistakes I probably made early on. But I did have these like friendships, partnerships, so that I could take the time to go and do whatever I had to do with my kids who were much younger at the time, and had somebody to back me up, in case my clients needed me, because you can't let them down either, right? So yeah, it definitely is. There's a lot of pitfalls that you'd like to avoid. And if you can have somebody set a bit of a roadmap for you to be like, I spent so much money doing this and I would never, ever do that again, kind of thing. Yeah. And we get inundated with the technology, right? I mean, it's always the new shiny object, whether it's TikTok or Snapchat or this marketing program or that marketing program. And it's going to be a good, for me anyways, a good eye opener. I'm fairly up to date in terms of what the technology is, social media and stuff, but it's always good to get other people's perspective, people who have been in the business a bit longer, not as long, maybe working in different areas. I know James is mainly GTA based. Charlene is like Oakville, Mississauga based, and even into Hamilton, where I am here. Lisa, I'm not sure where she's coming from.
So Lisa does GTA as well. She's actually in the next president of TREB.
Ah, well, there you go.
Yeah,
I probably should meet her then.
Yeah, a lot of great information. Well, and that's just right. So bringing these three key people together, they're very savvy, trailblazers within their own communities themselves. They all carry years of experience, and they all have different backgrounds. Like, so James, for instance, James in the city, does luxury real estate. He works in a boutique brokerage. He believes in, evoking an emotion prior to you getting to the property. Like, he really takes the time, marketing strategically, and he's all about luxury, right? So he's got that niche, that key client there. And Charlene, like you mentioned, she does Hamilton and Burlington, Oakville, Toronto, Mississauga, Etobicoke. And she really believes in connecting the right family with the right home. right? And she comes from a builder background. So she also understands the home building process right to fruition to the end user. And then, like I said, we have Lisa. So she, I believe, is a third generation entrepreneur. She grew up in an entrepreneurial family, and she also believes in really connecting to her clients and really helping them, get to that goal home of theirs. And she's part of a larger team. She has the Lisa Patel team. So she also brings that unique perspective with using tech and marketing and things like that. So we have three distinct, viewpoints from, like I said, very savvy realtors within the industry who have done things and failed and have learned from them. And I'm really looking forward to listening to them and having their opinion and their skills brought forward for the rest of us to learn from.
Yeah, and for people who have sort of been following them or people who haven't, I know, like for example, they're all sort of on different types of social media, but I know James is very much into Instagram stories. That's kind of his niche. Yeah, and Charlene does a lot of video. So she does a lot of videos in the homes with clients and that sort of stuff that sometimes appear on Instagram, but they're also like a lot on Facebook and that sort of thing. And then Lisa's got her niche with her team. So she's sort of managing the team and doing a bunch of other things with them as well. So it's going to be very interesting. At least got a lot of different perspectives, right?
That's right. That's right. And they're all big into volunteering and giving back. And
that's they do.
Really how you grow your network, right? That's how you really reach people and your client base as well. So we're going to be talking a lot about how important it is to give back.
Yeah, and well, like you mentioned, Lisa's going to be the president of Treb soon. James is currently running to become a director with OREA. Charlene, I know, has been involved with OREA and a local association. I'm going to be an ambassador at the event. That's why we're doing a lot of these videos. I know Charlene was at the last event. I'm not sure if she is this time around. But she's always been giving back to her local association and volunteering, government relations and whatnot.
She won the award last year too for YPN. So yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So they're very heavily, and again, like you mentioned, like not just going to these events, but getting involved in your local and provincial associations, even with Korea and Rico on their boards and stuff like that. You really broaden your network, right? You really just get to know people, and that sort of, there's a different motivation. I mean, you got both motivations there. You want to get out and you want to meet people, and in the back of your mind that is going to result in more business in real estate because, the more people, it just kind of happens that way. You get those referrals, but ultimately there's the stronger motivating goal is just to be involved and to make a difference. Right. And then, like you said, if you're not approaching that in an authentic way, like you mentioned, people can kind of see through that. Right. And then that's secondary business doesn't happen if people think that that's the reason why you're there. So you really got to be there, good-hearted with good intentions and actually wanting to contribute and make a difference, right? That's kind of what builds your relationships and your network. So it's going to be awesome to see them. I was just going to quickly, because I know we just wanted to keep this fairly short. I was going to ask about yourself. You're from London. You're the managing broker of Century 21 office there. How long have you been in real estate?
So I'm actually just beginning my third year. Yep. I was in a finance background prior, and I made the transition over into real estate a little later on in my life, and it just was the right fit for me. It was something that I was always passionate about. I was always investing in real estate. So when I made the move, I quickly got involved with volunteering because I've always been heavily involved with that. And I just happened to jump on board with OREA. And, I have made such amazing connections and friendships from across the province that I'm a huge advocate for, any committee that you can be on, like you even mentioned, Rico, Korea, your local boards, all that kind of stuff, because I'm involved with them all. And a lot of my time is spent doing that. And it really makes this worthwhile when I can see how I can give back and whatnot. But yeah, so I am the managing broker of soon to be a new brokerage under the Century 21 First Canadian brand. And we have kind of three teams. We've got one up in Owen Sound, one in Guelph, and one London. So it's great. It's busy. We've got new goals and new things on the horizon. And I couldn't be more excited for how it's gone for me and where it's taking me. And it's because of volunteering, I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask. I know you can refuse to answer because I always
Okay.
ask this question too.
Oh,
But
dear.
I have my friend Melanie Gallia, who's originally from London, I believe, and
Okay.
she's now out in Fort McMurray. So
Oh,
how
I'm
does
from
this?
Saskatchewan, so
I was gonna say, how does
you can-
Saskatchewan girl end up in London? How did that happen?
well, okay. So in 1998, I actually moved to New Zealand as an exchange student. So I was there, and then from New Zealand I moved to Winnipeg because I had to graduate high school at that point. My education credits they weren't up to par with the Saskatchewan government standards. So I came back, moved to Winnipeg, and I actually went to an all-girls private school in Winnipeg.
I went to an all-boys high school. So there you go.
Did you? Okay, very good. In Hamilton?
Yeah. It was us. We're like the last all-boys school when I went there, and it kind of merged a little bit after that. And then there was the girls' school, like about a block and a half down the street. So occasionally we had classes down there, and there was like it was a Catholic school too, so you couldn't be hanging around when you didn't have class, because I got detention more than a few times for doing that. So what can you do?
Yeah, well, so when I graduated in Winnipeg from high school, I came to London for Western.
Awesome.
And I just haven't left. Yeah.
And just decided to put down roots. That's awesome.
That's exactly right. Yeah, and I love it here. This is now home. I mean, I've been here for 20 years almost, so this is home, and it's great. And I love Southwestern Ontario. And
me too.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. As far as the conference goes, we'll bring it back around to that just to close it off. There's a bunch of stuff happening there. You're going to be there all 3 days for the conference, or just on the Thursday?
No. So the YPN committee actually has a
YPN Boost?
a lounge. No, so we have. I'll get to Boost in a minute, but we have a YPN lounge that we're hosting. It's on the second floor, and basically it's a place for you to come and charge your phone, grab some water, have a seat, just chill, network. We're also going to be having podcasts at that time as well back there. So some of our speakers from the stage are going to be coming back, doing some Q&A. We'll be bringing people in throughout the 3 days as well for that. So it's a great place just to come and connect and sit, recharge, do a deal if you need, we all have to work still. So
good work, yeah.
if you've got something, pending or pressing or whatnot, we welcome you up to our YPN lounge. So that is open throughout the entire conference, and I will likely be there all day, every day. So please come and say hi. I know James, Charlene, and Lisa are all in there as well, along with the rest of everyone on the committee. So we're really lucky to have such a strong committee this year. And then you mentioned Boost. So Boost is our event, and it's at the Niagara Distillery on Wednesday, February 26th. And it starts at 9 p.m. And again, there's karaoke and singing and dancing and all kinds of fun stuff. We're also doing our awards there too. So cool. So it's going to be amazing.
It's a separate ticket for the Boost event, correct?
That's right. Yeah. So it's $40 in advance or $60 at the door. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can still buy tickets at the door if you decide to go last minute kind of thing. So that's awesome.
Yeah. And then the power panel that you mentioned, which I'm moderating, is Thursday, and it's in Ballroom AB, and it starts at 3:20. So come and listen.
I think it's the last one of the day.
No, Molly Bloom is right after me.
The big one, yeah, she does her big thing, but that's the last breakout panel of the day, and then it leads into Molly in, I believe, in the main arena kind of thing. Yeah.
So we're wrapping up the conference with our YPN Power Panel.
That's awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing you there. I believe we are trying to arrange an excursion to a haunted house on Clifton Hill somewhere. So we'll try. We'll let you know. I don't know if it'll actually happen or not. We've been talking about it for months, but we'll see if we can get enough people to take a trip down there. And I honestly hate haunted houses.
So do I.
I will watch every horror movie in the universe, and I will tell you this story I've never told anybody. Well, now I'll tell everybody. With my now ex-wife, when we were still dating, we went to Niagara Falls to Clifton Hill to go to a haunted house, We
Okay.
paid for our tickets and stood outside, and I had to turn around and walk away
Chicken
because
out?
I couldn't go in. I just heard somebody like had like a chainsaw kind of thing happening, and I was just envisioning somebody like reaching out and grabbing me or something, and I just had to leave. I was like, 100 and whatever pound dude with the beard and everything. And I was just like, no, I can't do it. I got to walk away. That was it. I didn't even get a refund or nothing. I was like, no, keep the money. I'm out.
It's funny.
So I will try my best to actually go to one this time.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan either. I don't even like horror movies. So
I love horror movies. Me and my kids just watch all first 8 of the Friday 13th movies. So movies I can watch, but somebody like actually coming out and touching me or grabbing me like that I'm not down with. So we'll see. It'll make for some interesting Instagram videos. We'll see.
It will. Yeah, for sure it will. Well, I hope that's true because I'm looking forward to that. That'll be good.
It'll be fun. There's a bunch of people coming. As you know, like from Ontario, there's a bunch of people coming, but there's a bunch of people coming from the West Coast, East Coast, and a couple people from the United States as well. So it's just going to be a ton of people there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, I do look forward to seeing you if you're showing up. Again, go to the YPN Lounge, try to make it to the YPN Boost on Wednesday, but for sure, try to make it to Raeanne's panel on Thursday, the last panel of the day right before Molly Bloom's big presentation. So come on in, hang around, and pick up some tips and tricks, hopefully, from all the awesome speakers that you have on the panel. And it'll be a fun day either way. Awesome.
That's great. Fabulous. I really appreciate you having me on, Tony.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll do a debrief after, more of a group thing, and we'll have a whole bunch of different people on and just say, hey, notes of things that we've learned and all that sort of stuff. What kind of crazy fun things we had, and then bloopers from the haunted house. Yeah, for sure. All right. Thanks a lot, Raeanne. We'll talk again soon. Take care.
That sounds good. Take care, Tony.
And that was Raeanne from Century 21 in London, Ontario. As mentioned, she'll be moderating the YPN Power Panel, the last panel of the day right before Molly Bloom's speech at OREA Reality next week, February 25th to the 27th. Raeanne will be there all 3 days up in the YPN lounge and probably getting around to different sessions all throughout the day. So if you want to stop her, ask her about the YPN committee, how you can join, what kind of things that they're involved in, all that sort of stuff. Or you just want to connect with her and ask her about real estate in London, Ontario. I'm sure she'd be more than happy to chat with y'all and make that connection as well. I do appreciate y'all coming here. As I've ended just about every one of these videos, I just want to let you know, I am the Geeky Agent. I do support Children's Miracle Network. That's my big charity that I support. I would love for you to do it as well. I've shown this coin over and over and over again. This is my champion agent coin given to me by Bruce Johnson for being a champion agent on his Motorcycle for Miracles run. He's done 3 of them with his daughter Holly and his whole family being involved, raising over $600,000 for children's hospitals, specifically Toronto Children's Sick Kids Hospital, but children's hospitals that are supported by Children's Miracle Network in Canada and the United States. If you have the means and the will, and you can go to motorcycleformiracles.com, that's motorcycle single for miracles plural, motorcycleformiracles.com, and make a donation there to the Alyssa Ray Johnson Fund at Sick Kids Hospital. That would be amazing. Or you can get in touch with Children's Miracle Network or directly with your local children's hospital. There are, I believe, 14 of them across Canada and a whole bunch in the United States as well. Any donations help to make a better environment for healing for these children who are suffering and enduring some extremely traumatic, life-threatening, life-changing illnesses and diseases, and anything that we can do to support them and help the doctors and nurses and administrative staff and the families who are supporting these children, just make it easier for them to get through this so they can get back to their normal lives back at home is extremely appreciated and always welcome. So if you could do that, that would be awesome. I would think that you were a superhero. I am the Geeky Agent. I am the Geeky Agent because my coffee mug says so. That's me. And I do appreciate you tuning in. I love you all. You know I really do. And as I tell you every single time, I will talk to you again very, very soon. Have a great rest of the day, family day for the people in Ontario, and great rest of the Monday for everybody else. Bye for now.